Me on the show.
What's
Hey,
up, man?
doing well. So I'm in Houston. I'm almost financially free from some from a portfolio of Burr properties I did myself,
Cool.
and um, I started instead of deep prospecting in select zip codes, I started doing stuff broader with cold calling and SMS, and I have a VA, and I
Okay.
was trying to point my marketing machine not at properties I would take down myself like I did in the past, but the properties I could actually disposition and create some cash flow out or to liquidate. And a lot of people here are doing that with hedge funds and stuff like that. The problem is I'm hitting the lists that I hit for deep prospecting that I had success with in the past. And I think for this different type of marketing, I'm not hitting the right list. So if you wanted to disposition a hedge funds, and you wanted to JV with people, what would that list look like?
So all right, let me get this straight. You're trying to find wholesalers, and then you're going to be the middleman between them and the hedge fund.
No, 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 no. I'm doing the marketing myself. I always have
You're
been.
sellers.
So yeah, I'm marketing direct to seller and then dispositioning to a hedge fund, and the list that you would market to,
Okay. Got it.
yeah, and the list that
Okay.
you would
You're
market
locking it
to
up,
for that.
right?
Yeah, correct. And so in the past, instead of doing high equity or absentee landlord or the stuff that a lot of newbies do to
Yeah.
get great deals, which I did with direct mail and through deep prospecting, um, the lists are going to look a little bit different, I would imagine. So what I've had my VA cold calling and texting right now has netted nothing when I change data sets. So what do you think a list looks like for these I guess you call them low margin deals that everybody locks up and sells to hedge fund, where they can pay the highest price because they're dispositioning it to a hedge fund? What kind of list does
Bro,
that look like?
high margin deals are from hedge funds too, man, because they pay the most, right? So
Yeah.
I I can only tell you what I've seen the best wholesalers in Houston do, and I kind of look at it like really simply. I know. I'm calling him a kid. Shout out to Doug. Um, he's making 50K a month at 19. Literally, all he does. I look at people who are brand new in this business, like teenagers, because they kind of look at it from an open mind. You know, sometimes as old people. No, I'm sounding like I'm 22, but like I got experience. Like I kind of look at it like a deadlock. Like it's a one or a zero. People are just like literally just he literally drives for dollars, goes to True People Search, cold calls it, and makes 50K a month wholesaling in Houston. And then I know somebody else who just does direct mail in Houston. They make a killing too, and they just do like vacants, right? It's like I kind of look at like Houston's a big market. It's a
Hmm.
saturated market. So
For sure.
you're going to get killed in Houston if you just do a list that any Joe Schmo can go pull. A big opportunity right now in Houston is just land. Texas, for some reason, land's really good, and there's really good arbitrage because it's a non-disclosure state. Um, Wholesaling land is really good right now. So that's something I'd be looking into. Like you get like 40, 50K assignment fees from land. I would drive for dollars, man, or do reverse driving for dollars. I'm just straight. If you're already paying a VA, it's probably cheaper just to hire someone 10, 15 bucks an hour to slip sticky notes on vacant properties and absentees and code violations and government lists, and then have the calls go to you and lock it. Who's doing the appointments?
Oh, the for my my team in the Philippines is doing it for the new strategy. For the old strategy with direct mail and deep prospecting, I did it myself.
Why aren't you doing the appointments yourself?
100% travel, have a W-2. I'm in a different city every week. And so with the cold calling and
Okay,
text
so you're not in
blasting,
Houston.
right, I live in Houston
Ah,
and I invest in Houston, but I'm 100% travel for my W-2.
got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
So with my legacy marketing channel, I do set the appointments and I do lock up the deals
got it.
myself. But for
Got it.
this new thing I'm doing with batch leads and text and cold calling, I
Got
have
it.
someone in overseas doing it.
Are you are you following somebody's like marketing thing? Like, are you following somebody's like thing on it?
Yeah, so
Are
I'm following a couple of different people and I've tried a few
okay.
different things. Yeah,
Are you
and they're
paying for
all
anything? I'm not. Don't say their name. Are you paying for one and like you're going through that entire process?
Um, no.
Are you okay? I just say if you're going through someone's mentorship, I was going to ask who. And you can just comment, and I'll let you know if that person's a fraud or not. Just let you know if you're doing something right. But to a point, you're pulling what vacants. So what are the
For the
lists?
new marketing channel, it was vacants, it was high equity, and tax lien, IRS tax liens, and that's
Okay,
for the
Iris tax
broad.
liens are good.
Yeah. And
Okay,
for the deep prospecting I did in the past with direct mail and door knocking and setting the appointments myself, I did that with direct mail and with driving for dollars. And that was in
okay,
very select zip codes with very select properties that I know like the back of my hand that I built a portfolio out of. And then
got
for
it.
the new stuff where I'm going broad for the whole part of Houston trying to do it automated, I was grabbing a number of lists and wasn't having much success.
Okay, are mm, these are hedge funds, so it's different because all of Harris County is good. Like Katy, Texas,
Yep, that's where I
that's a good
live.
one too. All right, that's a great market, man. Really good.
Yeah.
Like, so just don't do only Houston. I'm telling you, they're good ones around there. I would do IRS debt lien lists. I sound like a broken record, but I'd be pulling the government list there. Code violations, probates, fire damage properties, water shutoffs. Those are ones you should be doing. Code violations, tall grass, stuff like that. Um, it's a tough. So the VAs are cold calling them. I'd be
Cold
doing the
call and
government. Like
text
if you're not
message.
getting good mark, I'd do the government lists. And I think something like you should be doing too is if you're being virtual, I want you to network with like five. I know watching this chat right now, there's probably 4 people in Houston right now that just beginning that live in Houston that would die to be like have someone like you with a team to help close a deal for them. They're scared to death to talk. If you could find this, I did this with Dylan. I know Dylan hopped on here. He was in Tampa. There's probably 3 people right now. If you go on Facebook groups and this network like crazy on new wholesalers, you could probably find people to drive for dollars for you for free. They'll give you those leads for your VA, your VO cold call, and you give that person half the profit. I know it's not fun giving up half the profit, but if they're giving you free leads, that's another good source too. If
Yeah,
you
real
can't drive
estate's
for
a
dollars,
team sport. Real estate's a team sport. If you have to give up
I
half
would
the
be doing
profit to
that.
get the deal done, I'm fine with
So,
that.
I mean, if you have 4 drivers doing it for free for you, like that's just an extra thing I would do because trying for dollars works so well. I'm gonna say this too. I'm not saying this to like I don't 2 point. I don't care how many deals you've done because it's what you're doing in the future. But like, how many of those really good deals have you done in the past with the quote unquote legacy marketing?
It was one a quarter up until this
Okay,
calendar year, and they
so
were really juicy deals that I kept.
okay, and from percentage of those, what were those marketing strategies from? Like those, let's say 4 or 5 deals, the last ones. Like, are they
All all direct mail, only in a couple of zip codes, very select zip codes from direct mail and meeting people in person and driving from dollars,
yeah,
but mostly direct mail.
so we're gonna talk like okay, we got Monica here, Houston. We got LA. So these people want to help, and they're definitely up for that. So hit those people up. You got your IG on there. FY, this is not a endorsement of Michael because I haven't looked at his business. I can't tell if Michael's going to screw you or not. I can only trust him by his word, right? Like I don't want to say this is like a crazy endorsement to go to Michael, but like if you want to take the risk and if you want to go help and drive for dollars with him, he's willing to help you. What I could tell you though is I would have people start working with you. I JV with some people. I would start pulling government lists and trying that because everyone and their mother is going to be pulling that vacant list. And not the IRS debt lien list, but if you're using, yeah, I mean, if you're using batch, I would mix the vacants with the absentee owners. That's probably going to be a better list. And then make sure the equity is high enough on there. So just a general high equity is going to be tough. I do that for direct mail. It's kind of like a spray and pray type thing. We got the systems for it. So I would probably go more niche on there and test that out if you're getting no results from what you're doing now.
Okay, excellent. And you said to type in the chat if there's any one system I've used that I've had to pay for, and you would say if they're a fraud or not,
Not a fraud, but
or
no, I mean, I see the system you're talking right here. that's on a, in my opinion, that's on a wholesaling system per less, but like you're not gonna get screwed from that. Like that's not a fraud. Like you ain't gonna do that, and I'm not gonna break it down, but like you're not gonna, it's not gonna hurt you. Like I don't think it's gonna hurt you. Like there's just some specific names I know. Like you do that, like you're gonna get hurt. That's somebody in the comments you've put in. I've probably JV'd, I don't know, like 15, 20 deals with that person. Like they
Nice.
sort of know what they're doing to a point. So like that's not bad. But what I'm telling you is I would probably go more niche. That's my opinion on it.
Okay. So that system that I put that you said wasn't terrible.
Not
Full
terrible.
disclosure to everybody involved, I built a portfolio of Burr properties, paying for no system, being in no gurus
Yeah,
program, just reading books and going on Bigger Pockets and watching Zach and networking at RIA meetups. So you don't have to pay a guru. You don't have to be in a program.
no.
I built a portfolio of Burr properties without a program, joined a program, tried a different system, and it's not working. So
I just want, like, I don't think the system's the big issue on there. I just think you're kind of you're going after the same list everyone's going after, and that's an issue. And so I think you should be going after some stuff that no one's. Why Drawing for Dollars works so well in Houston is because you're building a list that nobody else can get. No, you can't buy that list. You have to go earn that list. Yeah, I'd find some people Draw for Dollars for you with you, and that might be good.
All right, thanks. All right, thanks, Zach.